Once again, I welcome all of you for today's session. Today we are going to discuss the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. You can close that door. Door, you can close. So, we have discussed from chapter 1 to chapter 9. By chapter 1 to chapter 9, last chapter was confidential knowledge. We have completely understood what is the position of God, what is our position, Atma and Paramatma. We also understood what are different ways we can achieve God. Among all the processes which are there to achieve God, what is the best process to achieve God, which is recommended by God Himself at the end of the 6th chapter. Then we also understood God's energies, internal energy, external energy. This all external energy of the God. Then we also understood who are those who surrender to God, who are those who don't surrender to God. There are kinds of beings. Some people surrender to God, some people don't surrender to God. Then we also understood we should extinguish our sinful reactions to advance spiritually. That is why we have to keep our life very pure. Then we understood how to attain God. For that we should remember God at the time of leaving this body. And we should meditate on God always. And the process of achieving God by process of different yogas as well as the simple process. That is also explained in the 8th chapter. The simple process is upasate, worshipping, rendering, service, bhakti to God or Krishna. Then came the 9th chapter where we got to know about when we say God, and there are also God and Devatas. The Devatas are very powerful beings, but they are Atmas only, they are not Paramatma. God is only one. He is called with the different names. His names are representing His qualities. Therefore, those names are kept for God. If you say Krishna's name is Keshava, because he has beautiful Kesha, beautiful hair, or he has killed a demon called Keshi. Krishna's name is Krishna because he attracts Akarshana. The God's name is also Narayana, where all the living beings reside in the Garbha of the Lord. Lord's name is also called Vishnu because He is there in every anu, every atom. God is there. God's name is called Damodara because He was bound by His mother Yashoda with a dama, with a rope, to Udara, the belly. He is called Govinda because He gives pleasure to the Indriyas. He also gives pleasure to the Gomata, cows. That's why it's called Govinda. He is called Rishikesha because he is the master of the Rishik. Rishik means senses. He is called Vasudeva because he is son of Vasudeva. You see, every name of God is explaining the qualities of that same absolute truth, God. Now there are empowered, powerful Atmas who are rendering important service to God to fulfill the mission of God. They are called Devatas. They are very powerful beings. They are the administrators of this creation. So, those who worship the Devatas to fulfill their desires, Devatas being the administrators, they have power to fulfill the desires. They can fulfill the desires. But their desires fulfilling is temporary. The result will get over. Antavantu phalam tesham. They cannot fulfill one desire, that is moksha. Moksha has to be blessed by Mukunda only. That's why it's called Mukunda, who is the giver of moksha, mukti. So in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we have understood about the Devatas as well as the God, Parameshwara. So here, we are not debating on Vishnu is supreme, Shiva is supreme, Ganesha is supreme, Durga is supreme. We are saying there is one God who is all powerful. All the names of God is attributing to the quality of the same God. If you say, I am saying Shiva to that God, because Shiva means auspicious, Mangalakara. God is also auspicious. I am referring to that supreme God who is all auspicious, then Shiva is also supreme God. But if you are referring Shiva to the Mahadeva, one who is doing Laya, then he is serving the Supreme Lord. That particular God is serving the Supreme Lord who is doing Laya. But you can call the Supreme God also as a Shiva because he is all auspicious. So here debate is not on the name. So here is no discrimination. Say this God is great, this God is less. The understanding given in Bhagavad Gita is there is one God. There cannot be two gods. Is it not? If there are two gods, one God's devotee says, let there be rain. Another God's devotee says, let there be no rain. What should happen? If it rains, other God becomes not God. If it does not rain, this God becomes not God. Because whose power is a supreme, who has no controller above that person is called God. So therefore, this idea of Devatas and God is given in the confidential knowledge in the last chapter. Then it is also explained to approach that God is not difficult. What we need to approach God is love, affection, bhakti, not any big yogic gymnastic. Oh, I am able to stand on one leg for 1 year. That you can go to Olympics. Not God. To go to God, you require to develop bhakti for the Lord. That is emphasized in the last section of the 9th chapter. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati. If you go with bhakti, verse number 26. If you go with bhakti, He will accept even if you utter little water, flower, fruit. Very easy. To get God is not very difficult. What we need to do is develop a prema, the love for Him. We should not go to God with the demands. Our demands. If you are going with our demands, God will sanction the demands, but He will not give Himself to you. If you have a friend who will always ask your help, because he or she is your friend, you may fulfill his requirements. Because if you are capable to help that person, you may. But if you have another friend who does not ask anything from you, and that person just wants to spend time with you, that person likes you, that person too wants to be with you, then for that person, that friend, you will give yourself. For the first friend who always asks help from you, you will give only help. You will not give yourself to that person. Very easy to understand. So God is also like that. If you are going with the demands, you will fulfill your demands. Okay, you want this, take. But if you say, God, I don't have any demands, I want you, then you have to demonstrate that, not only saying. And if it is true, if it is a true devotion, then God will give Himself to you. So that is called pure bhakti. That's what we see in the life of many great personalities like Prahlada, Dhruva, various acharyas, Narada, Ambarisha, Yudhishthira, Parikshita. Lord gave Himself to them. Arjuna, Lord personally protected Pandavas. He gave Himself to them. Because they did not go with the demand. Arjuna and Duryodhana went to Krishna before the Mahabharata war. What did Duryodhana ask? Give your Sainya, army, Narayani Sena, 2 Akshohini army. What did Arjuna ask? Yes, he said, I want you, I don't want your army. Duryodhana thought he won. He tricked Arjuna and got what best he wants. Shakuni also appreciated him, well done. What can that person do without any weapons? This Krishna is useless. But what was the truth which was turned out at the end of the war? It's Krishna who is important. So, like this, time and again, in the Leelas of the Lord, we understand the importance of bhakti. So, this is also, this clue is given in the 9th chapter. Now, that means, now from the chapter 1 to chapter 9, the understanding of God, understanding of ourselves, everything is completed. Once everything is completed, and you know who is God, who is me, and I should love Him, I should like Him. If I am liking Him, then I want to hear more about Him. If you like your child, you want to keep hearing the glory of your child, success of your child. It is very pleasing to your ears to hear. Is it not? Somebody whom you like, you want to hear about that person. That is why these gossips go on, Bollywood gossips. There are pages, those days, I don't know now what is the trend after the online came. In our days when the newspaper was coming, one page full of gossips. This celebrity did this, she wore this dress and he wore this dress and they went to party and among them there is a relationship, this broke, that worked out, so many things. Who is reading all these things? Those who like them. Fans. Those who like them, they are reading. Why are they reading? They are enjoying hearing about somebody whom they like. The same gossip, if it is written on somebody, some celebrities of China, we will not get attracted to it. They like, they want to hear. This is very natural. Just like a mother, it is natural for mother to hear about children because she likes her children. So now, up to chapter 1 to 9, it's become very clear now. Who is God, who is everything. Now, Arjuna wants to hear about the Vibhuti of the Lord. Vibhutis means opulences. That is 10th chapter. Tell me more. Now Arjuna has come to the stage of tell me more now. Now done. Knowledge is done. Gyan ho gaya. Pura ho gaya. Abhi batao. He wants to enjoy hearing the opulences of the Lord. So this chapter is dedicated where Krishna briefly gives an idea of his opulences. Before that, there is some preparation before he starts speaking the Vibhutis. That's how this chapter goes on. Now let us start. This is dedicated to our beloved spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. So, the conclusion of the chapter 9 is that one should become devotee of the Lord, pure devotee of the Lord. Therefore, chapter 10 will increase our devotion by hearing more about Krishna's opulence, vibhutis. So this is the understanding. So this chapter, as you see in your handouts, there are 4 sections. Knowing that Krishna is unknowable and the source of all, pure bhakti, devotion, the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Verse number 8 to 11. There are 4 verses. This is called Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita. They say in the Bhagavad Gita, these 4 shlokas are the essence of the 700 shlokas. Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita, 8 to 11. Then 12 to 18, Arjuna accepts Krishna's supreme position. Now he openly says, what is he seeing? How is he seeing Krishna as? He was seeing Krishna as his friend before. So now how Arjuna is seeing Krishna, we understand. Then in the last section, verse number 19 to 42, Lord Krishna describes his opulences. So let us start with the first verse. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Bhuya eva mahabaho Shunu me paramam vachaha Yatteham priyamanaya Vakshami hitakamyaya. Next verse also. Name vido suraganaha Prabhavam namaharshayaha Aham adirhi devanam Maharshinam cha sarvashaha. The Supreme Lord said, my dear friend, mighty armed Arjuna, listen again to my supreme word, which I shall impart to you for your benefit, which will give you great joy. Now we'll enjoy hearing my opulences. Because Arjuna is not envious of Krishna. That is why you'll enjoy hearing about Krishna. If I am envious of somebody, if I hear glory of that person, I become unhappy. If I am loving somebody, if I hear about that person's glory, I become joyful. So Arjuna is a great devotee and friend of Krishna. That's why Krishna is saying, by hearing this, you will experience great joy. What is that? He is saying, neither the hosts of the demigods nor the great sages know my origin. For in every respect, I am the source of all demigods and the sages. I am Ananta. What is Lord's position? He is Aham Adirihi Devanam. I am the source of all the Devatas, Devanam. Aham Adirihi Devanam Maharshinam Cha. And I am also the source of all Maharshis, sages. Name Viduhu Suraganaha. Even the Suraganaha, all the Devatas, Suras, they cannot understand my Prabhavam, my opulences. Lord is unlimited. We should understand this statement has a gravity. When unlimited means it is unlimited, I cannot understand. In the mathematics, there is something called infinity. Isn't it? 1 divided by 0 is how much? Infinity. How many these zeros will make 1? It's infinity. That's called infinity. If I take a wall and start writing number 1, 2, 3, 4, can I write infinity? Up to infinity? No, that is called limited. So something which I cannot conceive, that is what even in our modern mathematics we call that infinity. So Lord's energy, God's energy is infinite, unlimited. It is not possible to understand. It's inconceivable. Therefore he is saying, Name vidu suraganaha prabhavam na maharshayaha. Maharshis, suraganas, nobody can understand my opulences. I am unlimited. That is the Lord's position. Then how to know Krishna? We can know Krishna or God by His mercy only. He will show us something, how much we can understand, how much we can hold. Like somebody has unlimited gulab jamuns and he can give us as much as we want. Like that, God has unlimited power, and for our joy, He will reveal as much as we can understand. That gives us full satisfaction. That is God's position. Then he says, what is the result of understanding Krishna? He who knows me as unborn, as the beginningless, as the supreme Lord of all the worlds, he undeluded among men is freed from all sins. If you understand God this way, He is Ajaha, He is not born. Then what is that one person born to Devaki and Vasudeva? He appeared. He took the shelter, or he took or gave opportunity to his devotee, Devaki and Vasudeva. He is already there. He just appeared. Therefore, as soon as he appeared, he shown them the form of Vishnu, Chaturbhuja, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, and ordered Vasudeva, take me to Gokula. And all his shackles and doors of the prison, everything was opened when the baby was carried. So he is not taking birth like us. He is unborn. He is beginningless. There is no starting point. Sometimes people ask, okay, you said everything is created by God. Then who created God? If someone or some Shakti, if it has to create God, then that Shakti is God. Created is not God, creator is God. So that is, he is beginningless. And he is also Vyakti Loka Maheshwaram, is the supreme lord of all the worlds. If anybody knows and understands the position of God like this, what happens to that person? He'll be freed from sarva papaihi pramuchyate. That person will be relieved from all the sins. Papa. Why is it so? Because when you understand who is God, naturally you are attracted to God. If you are attracted to God, then there is no question of staying in this world, material life. Then all the papa will go away. So, sarva papai pramuchyate, by hearing about God. Then he says, Krishna is the origin of all the qualities and personalities. The next 4 and 5. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt, delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness, distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infamy. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone. Lord is saying, I am only creating all these things. Not only birth, also death. Not only happiness, also distress. Not only fame, also infamy. So everything is created by the Lord. Both good or bad as per our understanding. Different qualities are created by the Lord. Then Lord is also source of all progeny in this universe. Initially there were 7 great sages. Before them 4 other great sages. The Manu are born out of my mind, and all the creatures in these planets descend from them. This is the origin of all of us. The origin of living beings on this planet is given by Krishna here. Sapta Rishis, 4 Kumaras, 14 Manus. So if you trace your father and mother, their father and mother, his father, his father, his father, his father, where will you reach? Manu. And Manu is the son of Maricha. Maricha is son of Brahma. Brahma is the son of Lord Vishnu. So trace, origin is God, all of us. Not that his father, and last was monkey. That's what we learnt in our schools. My father, and one father was monkey. See how sad. So here Bhagavad Gita is explaining, origin is from rishis. We all are coming from rishis. That's why there is some gotra. They say Gautama Gotra, Vishwamitra Gotra, Vasishta Gotra. So Gotra they ask. When they go to some temple or some astrologer, they'll ask what is a Gotra, isn't it? So because we all belong to certain Kula. It's all Rishi Kula. All the human beings belong to civilized Kulas. Those who not belong to Kula, who are uncivilized, they are supposed to get civilized, and next life they are supposed to take birth in the civilized families. So this is how the origin. Krishna is saying the seven. So out of all the creatures in these planets are descent from them, not from monkeys. Then appreciating Krishna's pollution leads to surrender. So he who knows the truth, this glory and power of mind, engages in unalloyed devotional service. Of this there is no doubt. And unalloyed means pure. Alloy means what? Yes, amalgamation, like a metal, alloy we say. 2-3 metals put together, alloy. Unalloyed means no mixing of that, pure. So unalloyed devotion means the devotion does not have the tinge of material desires. Pure love we say. So those who engage in unalloyed devotional service, who will be that? Who knows this truth. What is God? One who know, they will engage in the unalloyed devotional service and become a surrendered soul. Now we are coming to Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita, 8, 9, 10, 11. Please chant. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattas sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitah Macchitta madgata prana bodhayantaha parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te tesham evanu kampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha नाशयास्यामि आत्मभावस्तो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता. So these 4 verses are very important, where Krishna is saying, Aham sarvasya prabhavaha matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. Who is the source of all the universe? Krishna is the origin of source of all spiritual and material world. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha. Krishna is saying me. What is the result of this knowledge? Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam. Those who know this knowledge. So one surrenders and engages in devotional service and worship Krishna with their hearts. So one should worship the Lord with this knowledge, is the understanding. So next Krishna says, those who know this, what do they do? Macchitta madgata prana bodhayantaha parasparam. They enjoy katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. The thoughts of my pure devotee dwells in me. Their lives are surrendered to me. They derive great satisfaction and bliss, enlightening one another and conversing about me. So those who have come to this knowledge, they like to talk about God. These devotees of Krishna, they sit and discuss about Krishna and enjoy hearing one another. Tushyanti cha, ravanti cha, katayantascha mam nityam. That is what they enjoy hearing about it. Symptom of a pure devotee. They enjoyed doing that. Then further he says, Tesham satata yuktanam, those who constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Meaning, those with the, actually bhakti means not only emotion. From this verse we understand. Bhakti should be with the knowledge. Jnana and bhakti go together. Only if I have some emotion only, then it becomes sentiments. We are not encouraging sentiments. You should worship Krishna with the jnana, knowledge. Who is Krishna? Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate iti matva. Iti matva means you should know about it. Bhajante mam bhuda bhava samanvi. Knowing that one should worship the Lord. Knowing that one should discuss about the glories of the Lord and enjoy. And those who do that, which is the most difficult path for all other yogis to achieve moksha, Krishna will easily give them. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. How to come to me? I will give them. To whom? Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. So, the process of devotion is made very simple. If you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, with a devotion to Krishna, and read Bhagavad Gita in your life, Krishna will give intelligence in your heart to get Krishna. He will give. He is saying, Dadami buddhi yogam, I will give intelligence to that person. So what is the result of the buddhi which Krishna gives? He says, Tesham evanu kampartam, out of compassion for them. Out of compassion for them, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge, darkness born in knowledge, the darkness born of ignorance. With the shining lamp of knowledge, Krishna will remove the darkness of ignorance from our heart. When we become Tesham satata yuktana. So, now Arjuna is expressing his words to Krishna. Who is Krishna? Arjuna talks that now here in these verses. 12 and 13 will chant. Arjuna is saying, now Arjuna has understood everything. So now he is expressing. Arjuna uvacha param brahma param dhama pavitram paramam bhavan purusham shashwatam divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum. So now Arjuna is saying, expressing who is Krishna here. Okay. Arjuna is explaining. You are the supreme Brahman, Param Brahma, ultimate, the supreme abode, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, the absolute truth and the eternal divine person, Paramam Bhavan, Pavitram. Purusham Shashwatam, you are the primal God, transcendental and original, you are unborn. Adidevam Ajam Vibhum, and all pervading beauty. So how is, on what basis Arjuna is saying? He is not saying based on what he likes. Sometimes people say, why do you worship that God? Because I like. It is not just your liking and disliking. Arjuna is saying, I am saying this because all the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasa proclaim this of you. Now you yourself are declaring it to me. So you also told, Rishis also told. Not that somebody comes and declares, I am God. We accept that. We have to accept based on Shastra and Rishis, Sadhu. These Rishis, great Acharyas, Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasa, they should confirm, yes, he is God. This person is God. Then we can accept. Otherwise, one should not be accepted as God. So, therefore, Arjuna, when he is saying Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, you are Param Brahmam, you are Paramatma, you are God. When he is saying, I am saying this because all these sages proclaim of this. And now you are also telling. So, Arjuna says this. Then, O Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told to me. Neither the gods nor demons, O Lord, know you personally. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own potency. O origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, O Supreme Person, Lord of the universe. Bhuta Bhavana Bhutesha Deva Deva Jagatpate. Now he asks Arjuna here. Okay. You see the 17th verse. This is the cue for Krishna to tell his Vibhuti now. I want to hear more. Katam vidyam aham yogim tvama sada parichintayan keshu keshu cha bhaveshu chintyosi bhagavan maya. How should I meditate on you? I want to think about you. How can I do? In what various forms are you to be contemplated or blessed, O blessed Lord? I'll give an example for you to understand. Morning, the mother makes the child ready to go to school. And the child gets ready and goes to school. Once she leaves the child to the school bus or the school, she comes back home. And she sees the cloth of the child. She remembers the child. She sees the shoes of the child. She remembers the child. She sees the plate of the child. She remembers the child. Every article connected to the child reminds her of the child. Isn't it? It's a different ways she is remembering the child. Through the shoes, through the clothes, through the articles which child has used. So now Arjuna is asking, Keshu Keshu cha bhaveshu, what way we can remember you? When I see something, I should be able to remember Krishna. So how can I remember you? Is a question of Arjuna. Then he says, tell me in detail. The verse number 18 he is saying, tell me in detail, O Janardana, Krishna, of your mighty potencies and glories, for I never tire of hearing your ambrosial words. I don't get tired by hearing about you. I never get tired talking to you. It's very enlivening to talking to you. So please tell me about your potencies and glories in detail. So having asked by Arjuna like this, Krishna, now the last section. Now Krishna starts describing his infinite opulences. So first he says, in the verse number 19 and 20, the Lord said, yes, I will tell you my splendorous manifestations, but only those which are prominent, because it's unlimited. Lord's glory is unlimited. He cannot tell everything. O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless, but I'll tell you some of them. Prominent as far as you are concerned, you can remember me in those things. I am the self, O Gudakesha, seated in the hearts of all the creatures. I am the beginning, middle and the end of all beings. Aham adischa madhyam cha bhutanam anta eva cha. So I am beginning, middle and end of all the creatures. I am unlimited. Still I will tell you. Please hear. Now verse number 21 to 39. There's a list of things. This you should go and read when you go back home, because in the purport, Srila Prabhupada will give some more explanation for the each vibhutis. Then he says, among the Devatas, I am Indra. Adityanam aham. Adityanam aham Vishnur. Aditya, I am Vishnu. Who is that? Vamana. Aditi's son. It's called Aditya. Of the Devatas, I am Indra. Because Indra is the chief of all the Devatas. That's why it's called Devendra. Chief of all Devatas. Among the Maruts, I am Marichi. Among the Rudras, I am Shiva. Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am Kubera. Among the Vasus, I am fire. Among the generals, I am Kartikeya. Among the creators, I am Brahma. Among the Daityas and demons, I am devoted Prahlada. Among the dispensers of law, I am Yama. Then among the sages and kings, among all the sages, I am Vyasa. Among the great sages, I am Bhrigu. Sages among the demigods, I am Narada Muni. Among the priests, I am Brihaspati. Among the perfected beings, I am sage Kapila. Among the great thinkers, I am Shukracharya or Ushana. Among the Pandavas, I am Dhananjaya or Arjuna. Among the men, I am Monarch. Among the descendants of Vrishni, I am Vasudeva. Among the elephants, I am Airavata, elephants of Indra. Among the cows, I am Surabhi. Among the serpents, I am Vasuki. Among the many-hooded Nagas, I am Ananta. Among the aquatics, I am Varuna. Among the fishes, I am Shark. Among the beasts, I am Lion. When next time when you see a lion in a TV or picture, then you can think of Krishna. Of course, if directly see lion, you will definitely think of Krishna. Now we can think of Krishna even if you see in the picture. Among the birds, I am Garuda. Among the horses, I am Uchchaishrava, which came under Samudra Manthana. Among the nature, I am the lights among the radiant sun. And among the stars, I am moon. Nakshatranam aham shashihi. Among the mountains, I am Meru mountain. Meru is the very biggest mountain in the material creation, where the demigods sport. Much bigger than Himalayas. Among the immovables, I am Himalaya. So when you see Himalaya, you can think of Lord. Among the water bodies, I am ocean. Among the trees, I am banyan tree. Actually, it's not banyan tree. It's a people tree, it is called. Ashwathamara. Then, flowing rivers, I am Ganga. Among the seasons, I am flower-bearing spring. Among the months, I am Margashira months. Among the qualities, I am the wisdom of the wise. I am the morality of who seek victory. I am the splendor of the splendid. I am silent among the secret things. The confidential thing has to be kept confidentially by being silent. Then he says, I am victory, Vijaya. I am adventure. I am the strength of the strong. The person is very strong, he should know the strength is Krishna. I am the gambling of cheats. Somebody say, I want to cheat. You cannot cheat. Krishna is the gambling of the cheats. Among all the means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment. Vibration, I am transcendental Om. Sacrifices, I am chanting the holy names. Japa, Hare Krishna, Japa, holy name. Of the weapons, I am thunderbolt, Vajrayudha. I am also inexhaustible time, Kala. Among the poetry, songs, I am Gayatri. Among the Vedas, I am Samaveda. And I am the fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience in women. And then, of all the creation, I am the beginning and the end, also the middle. I am the super soul, Paramatma, seated in the hearts of the living entities. Of all the senses, I am the mind. In the living beings, I am the living force. Of all the science, I am the spiritual science of the self. Among the logicians, I am the conclusive truth. I am the generating seed of all existence. Bija Pradapita. There is no being, moving or non-moving, can exist without me. I am all devouring death. Mrityu sarva haraschaham is a death. I am generating principle of all that is yet to be. So he went on describing his opulences from verse number 22, 21 to 39. Having told these many opulences, now he is explaining the verse number 40. Nantosti mama divyanam vibhutinam parantapa yesha tuddheshatah prokto vibhutir vistaro maya. O mighty conqueror of enemies, is addressing Arjuna. There is no end to my divine manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. What I told you is very less. Please chant this 41st verse. Yad yad vibhuti matsattvam Srimadurjitameva va Tat tat evanugachatvam Mama tejom shasambhavam. Know that all beautiful, glorious, mighty creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. If there is a fire, big fire, from the fire sometimes a spark comes out. Lord is saying, all that great things you are saying. Suppose you are going and watching Niagara Falls. Wow! You should know this is spark of Krishna's splendor. You are seeing very nice scene. You are going to a mountain and watching beautiful scene. What should come in our mind? This is Krishna's opulence. A spark of Krishna's opulence is so beautiful and great. Then how great God should be? When you see the ocean, he said, Krishna said, among the water bodies I am ocean. You should remember, this ocean is also opulence of the Lord, vibhuti of the Lord. Man can never make, isn't it? Man has not understood how big the ocean is. Man has not discovered the bottom of the ocean in all places. We are very small. Some people are lost in the ocean. We are not able to recover them where they have gone. That is the mighty ocean. That is Krishna's spark of his splendor. Then he says, please chant the last verse. Athava bahunaitena Kim jnatena tavarjuna Vishtabhyaham idam krishnam Ekamshena sthito jagat. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. It's just a fragment of one portion. So it is explained like this. Actually, in the creation, 1/4 of the creation, if you divide the creation into four parts. 1/4 of the creation of the Lord is material world. 3/4 of Lord's creation is Vaikuntha, the spiritual world. And this 1/4 is how big? Oh, this is unlimitedly big. There are universes. We are in a universe. This is called Brahmanda. In Sanskrit it is called Brahmanda. Modern science they say universe. So one universe has millions of planets. They are categorized into 14 planetary systems. Atala, Atala, Sutala, Patala, Tala, Talara, Satala, like that, down planetary systems. Sargaloka, Tapoloka, Janaloka, like that, upper planetary systems. And all these planets put together is called one universe. It is so big, including sun and moon. And beyond this universe, there is a shell of the universe. And that is one small, that one universe what we are sitting. Whatever you see, able to see so many stars in the night time, part of this universe only. We are not able to see beyond this universe. Still our eyes won't reach the end of the universe. Neither the telescope can reach the end of the universe. That is one universe. Like that, there are innumerable number of universes. How many universes? Just like if you take a bag of mustard seeds, sasive, mustard seeds, a bag, very big bag of mustard seeds. One seed is equivalent to one universe. Like there are unlimited number of universes. These universes are coming out from the body of Mahavishnu. When Mahavishnu exhales, when he inhales, all these universes go back to Vishnu. Therefore, even modern science, which is trying to understand the astronomy, they say everything is coming from one source. Because everything is coming from Vishnu. It's all going out of from one source. So Vishnu's one breathing is one creation. It's a huge, gigantic creation. And from how the universes are coming from the skin pores of Vishnu. And all that he created is mustard bag full of mustard. That is 1/4 of creation of the Lord. 3/4 of the creation is called spiritual world. All this like this, the Vedas and Vedic science explain the Vedic cosmology. How is actually the created? What is the purpose of creation? What are planets are there? How each universe is governed by whom? Our universe, particularly our universe, is headed by Chaturmukha Brahma. There are other universes also have Brahma. There are so many Brahmas in the creation. So like this, scriptures explain. So Krishna is saying, what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support the entire universe. Now Arjuna has heard this much. Arjuna becomes a little curious because Krishna said, fragment of me I am pervading everywhere. So Arjuna becomes curious. He says, now I want to see Krishna. You said you are pervading everywhere. I want to see how you are pervading everywhere. Can you show me that form, how you are pervaded everywhere? That is the next chapter. That is a Vishwarupa Darshana of Krishna. When Arjuna asked that question, then Krishna wanted to satisfy Arjuna by showing how is he pervading. That is a Vishwarupa, universal form of the Lord. That is a verse, chapter 11. So in the next class we will understand how Lord is pervading everywhere. And what is he? And how does Arjuna see that? What is Arjuna able to see? Then Arjuna speaks to Krishna when he is in the universal form. Then Krishna says something. What is he going to say? Then what happens to Arjuna? Does Arjuna enjoy watching the Vishwarupa or he gets scared? All this we will come to know in the next chapter and understand Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshana in the next session. With this we have come to the end of today's session. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.